But first, congregations or cults. They're some of Australia's richest and most powerful religious organisations with growing numbers of loyal followers. But now one, the Hillsong Church, has been accused by an ex-member of being driven by profits.
Further away from the founder of the firm.
It's fate under fire. First, the exclusive brethren.
Off the property. You're on the property, mate.
Property, mate.
Then Scientology.
There! You did not hear or record!
Now, the Hillsong Church.
Hillsong, for example, has always portrayed themselves as a really fun church, very contemporary, and the music's great. You know, who wouldn't want to be there?
Tanya Levin is a former member of Hillsong who's authored a book and blown the whistle.
You get taught to be absolutely invincible. You get taught that you can overcome anything, that you can achieve anything through God.
The evangelical Christian group is the fastest growing church in Australia. Their latest recruit is celebrity Kate Fisher.
The modern virus is, in fact, affluenza, isn't it? Affluenza. And the new state in which we're living is Richistan.
Father Bob Maguire is a traditional Catholic priest and religious commentator.
This has been thrust upon us, and at our invitation, please entertain us because we're bored in the West. You see, because we've actually risen above ourselves. You see? Bananas and nuts and swinging from vines and stuff doesn't entertain us anymore.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of happiness and fun, and the joy of the Lord is revealed.
Tanya was introduced to the church as a teenager and was a follower until 2005. She says there are two main motivations at Hillsong: more members and more money.
And Hillsong was very much geared towards money, recruitment and fundraising.
Her book tells the story of a humble church in a school hall that became a multi-million-dollar enterprise enjoying tax-free status. She describes the church as ambitious, entrepreneurial and influential. But most damning of all, she says it's a cult.
We were taught pretty much that demons were everywhere. They were hiding behind every tree and every bush, and if you let your guard down for a minute, those demons will come in and possess you and make you do things that you don't want to do.
A cult tends to kind of be spooky. This is not spooky. This is the US of A, you know, on the stage. The US of A is full of this kind of clapping and singing and dancing and hallelujahs and praise the Lord and thank God for America. And I mean, that's what Hillsong is, you see. It's a religious expression of the American hype.
The exclusive brethren is another faith facing scrutiny. The 200-year-old secret society has nearly 20,000 members in Australia, and in recent years it's taken an active interest in politics, including the looming federal election.
Why does the exclusive brethren have such an interest these days in politics?
I think because they have been so used to getting absolute obedience from their members, now they're trying it on the public.
Nari Thomas was born into the brethren. She's also blown the lid on what's been going on behind closed doors.
Children and women in there are not given the opportunities to speak out about these things, to complain about them. I knew that if I came out publicly that I'd been sexually abused, that I would get the blame, that the perpetrator wouldn't.
To Dad, I do not want to have anything at all to do with you.
Ron Fawkes is a former leader of the Brethren in Australia. He was excommunicated 23 years ago and cut off from his family.
Every aspect of life, where you lived, what suburb you lived in, often directions to move to another city and live there, it was all controlled. When you leave school, you're employed in a Brethren business. Superannuation is controlled by the Brethren. So virtually from the cradle to the grave or the womb to the tomb, you are totally dependent on the Brethren system.
Everybody wants to get together and be exclusive. Whereas, as far as I know, the message of religion is to be the exact opposite, which is to be inclusive.
But in recent times, it's been Scientology taking a beating, thanks largely to that infamous screaming match involving a church leader and BBC reporter.
Because you wanted to get a reaction like you're getting right now. Well, buddy, you got it. Right here, right now. I'm angry.
Scientology has been criticised for its dangerous stance on various mental health issues and the controlling nature of the church. Despite this, it still enjoys a long list of influential followers.
That's what we're encouraging these days, celebrities getting together and showing off in front of each other. You see, it's become a drug.
Father Bob Maguire says everyone has the freedom to choose who they follow, but when it comes to faith, the cult of celebrity and the focus on finance is a worrying trend.
Religion is only worth its salt if in fact it does no harm and also does a little good.
Ben Fordham there, and in a statement sent to us from Hillsong Church, Senior Pastor Brian Houston said, quote, "We have no control over what people decide to say and write, so we keep our focus on helping people with hope in Jesus Christ." End quote. If you have a story on a religious group or any other story, we want to know about it. Send us an email or give us a call.